Right now it's 6. Lawyers have filed a lawsuit for the families of these 3 African-American people killed in a racially motivated shooting at a Jacksonville Dollar General store. They're suing the store, security company, and the shooter's parents. Tomorrow, there will be a news conference to announce more details with prominent civil rights attorney Ben Crump and attorneys with the Haggard law firm.
The lawsuit states that negligent security at the store and negligent parenting led to the wrongful deaths of Gerald Gallion, Angela Carr, and A.J. Laguerre Jr. Tarek Miner has been with this lawsuit, joining us as this story is developing right now.
So here's what lawyers are saying. Lawyers are alleging that the Dollar General store failed to protect its customers, failed to protect its employees, and states that the shooter's family should have been more aware that the shooter was a dangerous person with an obsession for firearms and violence. The lawsuit reveals these newly released pictures from the shooter's bedroom. They show bottles of alcohol, prescription pills, and artwork that lawyers say glorifies death. Attorneys say images like this one of a smiling teenager with a deceased child on the road should have alerted Ryan Palmateer's parents that their son was both a danger to himself and others. What are the challenges in prosecuting the shooter's parents?
When it's all said and done, he was an adult. He was a grown-up. He was not under the care of his parents, may have been living there.
After reading over the 91-page lawsuit for the first time today, lawyer G. Nichols says the more significant claims are allegations of negligence on behalf of owners of the property and the security company hired by Dollar General. The lawsuit reads in part, the defendant Dollar General and their security company should have known that prior to August 26, 2023, that numerous criminal acts, including but not limited to shootings, assaults, muggings, batteries, burglaries, robberies, and drug dealings occurred on or around the subject premises and throughout adjacent areas. In fact, the lawsuit states the subject property was burglarized the day prior to the subject incident.
The allegations in the complaint are very clear that this neighborhood, that this location was unfortunately populated with crime, that there have been multiple events of crime in that area, and that will become part of the litigation.
According to the sheriff's office, the shooter, who was from Clay County, left a detailed manifesto, which in his own words explains why he specifically targeted African Americans at Dollar General. The manifesto has yet to be released and could contain information that could either benefit the prosecution or the defense, according to lawyers.
At some point in time, from a defense standpoint, how much can Dollar General protect from? When you're talking about somebody who may be so far past in a mental health capacity, which clearly he was having tremendous mental health problems to lead to what he did. When does it sort of cut off to say you no longer have a duty because you couldn't protect from somebody who was this far gone from a mental health standpoint?
Again, the families of these 3 victims, along with attorney Benjamin Crump and other lawyers, are holding a news conference tomorrow morning where family members, lawyers are all expected to lay out their case, and the victims' families may talk as well. Kent, Joy?
Tarek, thanks.